The following is a special presentation from the WKLM Sports Department.
For Garaway.
Good evening from the dungeon here at West Holmes High School. Jake Sidle with you alongside Will O'Donnell as we open up the home wrestling season for the Knights here in the dungeon. Like I said, Jake Sidle, Will O'Donnell with you. Our video producer tonight, Natalie Holbrook, and Abby Jones is our videographer. As Will will go straight to you here as we're getting set to get things going here. West Holmes, a lot of guys returning from last year that saw a lot of varsity experience.
Yeah, they do. I mean, there's only 3 seniors in the roster for West Holmes. A.J. Roberts, Hunter McCluggage, and Cole Porter. So still a relatively young team, but a lot of guys coming back as sophomores and juniors that have placed in the sectional, placed at districts, a couple of them returning state qualifiers. Of course, Dixon, a returning state placer. So a lot of experience for such a young team for Coach Vaughn.
And we're going to look at a few of these matchups here in just a moment. But right now, as you see on your screens, a middle school match going on. And this is something cool you get to see here at West Holmes. So the middle schoolers go and then bring in the JV and varsity guys. It really just kind of gives them that varsity match feel and what to look forward to.
Yeah, and, you know, there's some nights we come in here. Waynedale is one of the teams we sometimes do at Indian Valley. We'll bring in the attack team and the biddy wrestlers, and we'll have a couple mats down, and we'll have our youth wrestlers showcased over there. You know, some of those kids as young as, 6, 7 years old wrestling on a mat while the middle school is going at it. So sometimes these fans for West Holmes, they get to see the present, but they get to see that future that's coming up behind it, and it's pretty solid.
They're going to be recognizing the attack team here before the varsity match. We'll carry that live, but Will, a few housekeeping things. As you were kind of helping me understand when we were watching the middle school match, a few rule changes in high school wrestling this year from the NFHS and OHSAA.
Yeah, the people watching the live stream, if you haven't seen a high school match this year in the state of Ohio, probably the single biggest rule change is the takedown's now worth 3. And the near fall situation goes to a 2-point, a 3-point, and a 4-point near fall. So it's an opportunity for wrestlers, I think, especially who are good on their feet, to very early in a match jump out to a big lead. I think you're going to see a lot more majors, a lot more techs. You're going to see a lot more matches that are going to end early because you can really roll up a pretty quick score with 3-point takedowns.
It'll be interesting to see how that comes into play tonight. And just a reminder that tonight's wrestling coverage here on the WKLM YouTube channel brought to you in part by the Critchfield Law Firm, Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Siding Contractors, Coffin Realty and Auctions, Holmes Wayne Electric, Pomerane Hospital, Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Roadies, IJ Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy, Hobrins Insurance, and Finish Line Auto Body. As we get set up here, we'll have the attack team honored here in just a moment on the video stream. But we do want to mention a new thing in our wrestling coverage this year. If you've watched games or listened to games on WKLM, you know we've had our Player of the Games in many other sports recently. But this year, we're going to have a new one, the Bully Dogs Towing Man of the Match. And tonight's Man of the Match is sponsored by Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. As I said, tonight's top performer for West Holmes will receive a $25 Bell Bucks gift card courtesy of Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery.
Yeah, and that was courtesy of J.B. Barton, who stepped up this year. We had the idea for a defensive player of the game for our football games instead of just a player of the game. It almost always seems like that goes to the offense. And that was a great idea, and it was well received. And he stepped up and gave, I think, a T-shirt and some gift cards for food this year to the kids, and they loved that. But this is a gas card or a gift card, and I think it's more appropriate for wrestling because they're probably not going to get to enjoy that food during the season. So this is probably going to help them a little more.
We're going to go ahead and hand it over to our public address announcer.
At this time, we will start with our second grade wrestlers. Second grade wrestlers are Deacon Hood, Gunnar Reese, Adeline Gerens, Cooper Streer, Mason Etzweiler, Xander Morehouse, Matt Van Sickle, Andrew Tuatama, Paxton Martin, and Trace Counter. Third grade wrestlers are Rowan Marks, Carter Bowles, Luke Mangus, Jordan Vaughn, Tate McLuggage, Weston Trail, Graham Maddie, and Easton Wagers. Members of the fourth grade class are Lane Taylor, Tavin Kozer, Calvin Cottrell, Gunnar Smith, Joseph Faust, Jackson Yerian, Brody Schreiber, Sawyer Miller, and Sawyer Hood. Fifth grade wrestlers include Dawson Miller, Silas Larimore, Timmy Murray, Wyatt Yerian, Everett Chuatama, Bronson Gerrans, Casey Pendlebury, Chanson Hart, Austin Babbitt, Fletcher Hawkins, Lane Skolmich, Clay Lida, Caden Stone, and Anson State. Sixth grade class members are Jackson Vaughn, Tristan Hall, Julian Morehouse, Briggs Patterson, Mason Gray, Braxton Tuttle, Hudson Ross, Christian Small, Derek Vaughn, Colston Wagers, and Reiner Stokovich. Coaches of the attack team are Brad McLuggage, Justin Ross, Dakota Patterson, Cole Woods, Brock Van Sickle, Caleb Miller, and volunteer head coach is Jarrett Maddie. The attack team, after this past weekend's Ohio Youth Wrestling Association Mid-Ohio Division Duels meet action, attack team right now has won 37 straight dual meets going back to January 9th of 2022. How about a nice round of applause for your attack team members of 2024-2025. Attack team will next be in action January 5th when they get back to OYWA Mid-Ohio Division Duels action. Thank you, attack teamers, and good luck to you the rest of your season.
Great to see those kids honored for all the hard work they already put in for West Holmes Wrestling.
Yeah, when you look at it, it's really, it goes back to when Randy Sponseller ran it for us probably 25, 30 years ago, and now you see Jarrett Maddie picking up that torch, and that's your future of your wrestling program right there if you're West Holmes. And you get those kids started young, you get them a good taste in their mouth for the sport, and you coach them up well, and you teach them a good foundation, and it leads to success. And if you look at West Holmes, since I've been here, 1979, 1980, one of my first years wrestling in high school, West Holmes is only on its third wrestling coach since then. So you're talking, 44 years, 45 years, and it was Lindy Rogers, and then it was Jeff Woods for almost 20 years, and now Scott Vaughn takes over the helm. And that's just consistency in a program. 3 coaches in over 40 years.
And even outside of wrestling, what Jeff Woods has meant to this area, he was named the 2024 Co-Educator of the Year with his wife.
His wife as well, absolutely.
At the Holmes County Chamber Banquet earlier this year. And really, he helped expand on this program that was already successful. And now Scott Vaughn, since he's taken over, he's had guys go down to Columbus every year. He's made a few appearances at the state duel.
Yeah. Couple top 10 finishes already under his belt, and you look at those guys that are volunteer coaches for those attack kids that we just recognized. So many of those guys were former alumni wrestlers here at West Holmes. I look at that coaching staff that Scott Vaughn's assembled at the high school and the middle school level. A lot of these guys come back and they give back to the program. It meant so much to them. Their own children are now going through it, and they want them to have that same experience and same success that they've had. And then, I'm looking over there at that coaching staff for Garaway, and I see a West Holmes alumni, Tyler Masters, who's teaching over there, and they got a good one. I'll tell you what, Garaway, you're going to love that kid, both as a teacher and as a coach, because he was tremendous out here. He was a 3-time state qualifier, 2-time state placer. Tremendous soccer athlete for us, was on that boys team that got to the regional title game. So you got a good one there. We wish we could have kept him.
So we'll go into West Holmes a little bit now, Will. We've got a lot of guys returning, like we said. Who are some of these guys we should be watching out for today?
Well, and the first one comes to mind are the 2 seniors, the returning state qualifiers, Loudon Dixon. He's only a junior, and he's already been to state twice and was 5th last year, 2-time district champ already. The other's Hunter McCluggage. He was a state qualifier in 2023. He's ranked 14th in the state right now, and he's got some goals for himself. These are guys that want to go to Columbus and be on the podium. Dixon wants to stand atop that thing. And I think one of the best matches of the night, if it falls this way, at 165, we could have a state-ranked wrestler for Garaway, number 8 in the state, Matthew Fry. He could be wrestling Hunter McCluggey. She's ranked 14th in Division II. That would be two people that really could be a big swing match.
You look at the Pirates, like you said, they got a guy that's state-ranked in Division III. Got a few other guys down there, too.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. They got 3 guys that are ranked in the top 15 in the state in Division III, a couple returning state qualifiers, a district alternate, a district placer. So a strong lineup for this team as well. This early in the season, to have a dual meet like this is pretty competitive.
Now, don't forget, we'll have this one for you tonight, but it's going to be no rest for the weary for West Holmes. So they're going to be back in action Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. It's neat to see. It's something we're going to wrestle during the school day. It starts at 1 o'clock. The school's going to run on an abbreviated schedule on that Friday, and they're going to let the kids come down. The middle school's coming down, and they're going to get a chance to watch that wrestling match during the school day. That was something we used to do when I was in high school, alternated every year with Riverview. And I'll tell you what, as a wrestler, man, it's electric. This place is going to be packed. There's not going to be anywhere to sit, and it's going to be loud. It's going to be a fun match to call.
Yeah, Will and I will be here. You might not be able to hear us. I'll put that out there now, but we'll be here, and we'll at least try to give you some play-by-play action on Fridays. But big week of wrestling here as we get set for the winter break, and then of course, not soon after winter break, we'll have the Knights Invitational.
Yeah, West Holmes before that, they're going to travel up to Brecksville for a holiday tournament, 28th and 29th. And that's going to be against some great, both Division I competition here in the state of Ohio, but out-of-state schools from Tennessee, Michigan, Pennsylvania. It's going to be probably one of the toughest tournaments that West Holmes is going to face all year. But, yeah, you're right. We'll be back here for that Knights Invite, and we got a big duel January 11th here on a Saturday night against Waynedale, and they've got a terrific team this year as well.
That'll be a fun one as well. And I want to make a point here. You talked about out-of-state competition. I know a few of these Knights guys in the summer, they're going out and wrestling. I believe one of them went up to the Fargo Dome in Fargo, North Dakota, and participated in the big wrestling match there.
Yeah, that would probably be about the second or third time that Loudon Dixon has done that. He's done it in both freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling. And it's just one of those things that, in our sport, if you really want to get to the top of that podium, wrestling is not just a sport you do from November to the first week of March. You might get a little week off to heal, but then you're hitting those freestyle tournaments and you're wrestling all summer and you're doing the camps and the clinics and the open mats. You just, that's kind of what it's become in the state of Ohio for our sport. It's a big sport in the state of Ohio, wrestling. It's really probably one of the top 2 or 3 states that colleges recruit from.
I think about it like this. Even as someone who, was more involved with basketball and other sports in high school, I knew what our wrestling team was doing. I look at states that I see good high school wrestlers are coming out of. Top 2, I'm thinking Ohio and Iowa.
I'd say Ohio, Iowa, Pennsylvania is tremendous as well. Obviously what Penn State's done up there with Cale Sanderson as their head coach. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, if you're a college recruiter and you're looking for a quality wrestler to get into your Division I program, I mean, Ohio's littered with them. We got them all over, and you're going to see some of them tonight, I think, too.
I think a wrestler from Perrysburg took on the NCAA, one of the NCAA top-ranked guys, and gave him a match over the summer, too.
Yeah, Marcus Blaze from Perrysburg. He's actually a Penn State commit. Boy, we would like to have him go to Ohio State, but he's a kid that's got goals beyond just winning NCAA titles. He's probably he's a kid that wants Olympic medals. He's that level.
Well, if you're doing that well against top NCAA competition in the summer, Olympic trials might not be that far away. And I think, where are the next Summer Olympics? I think they're around here.
I think they're in the United States.
They are. So maybe we'll see some local representation in Los Angeles. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout, but first, just a reminder that tonight's coverage is brought to you in part by, I got to get my right file pulled up here, Critchfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Signing Contractors, Coffin Realty and Auctions, Holmes Wayne Electric, and Pomeranian Hospital. Will and I will be back as we get set for our first exhibition matches here on WKLM. Back in the dungeon, Jake Sidle, Will O'Donnell with you. It's wrestling night here in Holmes County as we have, let's call it the Battle of State Route 39 tonight between the West Holmes Knights and the Garaway Pirates. I stole it. It's like the Battle of I-75, but let's get a rivalry trophy. Let's get something going here between these one's in Holmes County and one's right on the line there. So
yeah, West Holmes about ready to run the gauntlet. Here we go. The youth wrestlers making a tunnel, letting these guys run to the mat. Garaway just warmed up in front of us, and I know our kids were down in their own wrestling room getting themselves ready. So we're probably going to get out here and get right to the national anthem pretty quickly for everybody. And
we'll have the national anthem for you live as the lights come out, the spotlights on the mat. And here come the Knights.
Yeah, they're getting a little chant going here, so the music starts, and here we go.
Knights make their way onto the mat, finish up their warm-ups. Great crowd on hand tonight, a great smattering of West Holmes fans. A nice little contingent made their way up State Route 39 from Sugar Creek. A little bit better than it was on my drive into work this morning, but
yeah, we had a little accident out in front of the high school, too, here before this match starts. So everybody's okay, luckily. But, yeah, it got a little icy here in the second half of the day at West Holmes.
So we're getting set for this one. Like we said, we'll have a few exhibition matches before we start the varsity matches. So Will O'Donnell and I will have those ones for you as we get set again.
Yeah, and we'll give you the names and weight classes when we know them because we have the varsity lineups. We know there's about 4, is my understanding, extra matches that they're going to wrestle. They'll probably run those first, and then we'll get into that varsity lineup. So once we see who those guys are, we'll give you the weight classes and the names. And for the most part, looking at these lineups, this looks pretty cut and dry. I don't think we're going to see a lot of bouncing or moving guys around. I think we're going to hopefully see both teams wrestle their matchups because we could see some pretty good head-to-head competition tonight.
And it looks like we were pretty good. Looks like pretty much every weight class is filled out for tonight.
Yeah, I don't see any forfeits listed on this lineup for either team, which is good for our sport.
And again, our coverage tonight brought to you in part by Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Rody's IJ Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy, Hobbers Insurance, and Finish Line Auto Body as we get set up for this one. We are happy to have you with us this evening. Don't forget, more wrestling coverage comes your way Friday afternoon. We'll be on the air probably just a little bit before 1 o'clock for that brawl during the school day. As we'll get set here for the national anthem, or are we going to have our exhibition matches first?
Joining us in a moment
Well,
of silence.
probably going to do the national anthem. I see Peyton Hudson standing down there.
Tragedy during the summer months as our longtime
We're going to have a moment of silence.
scorekeeper and clock keeper Scott Kashuba lost his life this summer in a motorcycle accident out in South Dakota. Scott was the official timekeeper here at West Holmes for all of our wrestling for over 30 years, and he will definitely be missed. So if you would join us at this time with a moment of silence for Mr. Scott Kashuba. Thank you. At this time, we ask everyone that is able to please rise, gentlemen.
Tonight's national anthem is brought to you by the Holmes County Veterans Service Center in Millersburg.
By West Holmes student Peyton Hudson.
A fantastic rendition of our country's national anthem by West Holmes student Peyton Hudson, and a great way to honor the life of a man who meant not just so much to this wrestling community, but so much to the entire area in Holmes County.
Yeah, he did. They honored Mr. Kashuba there. And also thinking of the veterans, we lost one of our veterans a week ago, Dan Matty Sr., who we honored at one of our football games, whose son Dan wrestled here at West Holmes, was state qualifier in the mid-'70s. His grandson, Jarrett Matty, runs our attack team, and his great-grandson, Rowan, we got to see him dismantle his opponent here in the middle school match. So the Matty family as well being thought of tonight as we honor the wrestling community and our veterans. And if you haven't had a chance to hear Peyton Hudson sing that national anthem,
she does a great
she's
job
tremendous.
Every time.
She sang it at that football game we had there when we did Military Appreciation Night, and as always, you can hear a pin drop when she sings it.
We're getting set here for our first exhibition match. If the scoreboard is correct, it'll be at 106 pounds.
Yeah, this is not going to be 6-pounders looking at this.
144.
Yeah, this will be a 144-pounder. We'll see who comes out for West Holmes. This might be Chris Jones, if I remember right. He's a freshman. This might be his first action of the year.
144-pounders for the junior varsity matchup. Wrestling for Garaway, it's Drake Yoder. And wrestling for West Holmes, it's Grady Jones.
Yoder will be wrestling.
Graydon Jones. Yep, Graydon Jones. Sorry about that.
Garaway and Jones of West Holmes.
Drake Yoder will be wrestling for Garaway.
Yeah, I don't know the age of Drake, but Graydon is a freshman at West Holmes. Like I said, I think this is one of his first matches of the year. So we'll get a look at this freshman. In on a single leg right away. See if he can turn the corner and finish. Got that knee a little bent up. Referee's going to stop that. potentially dangerous. Take a good shot right off the whistle, though.
Yeah, great shot, just went right at him, and but that's a great recovery from Yoder.
Yeah, you got that knee twisted up. He's back in on a double this time, trying to crack it down. Let's see, trying to come out the back door here. Got to shoot that arm through. Good job covering, securing that takedown. So that's worth 3. So 3-0. You can pile up a quick lead with these takedowns now with the scoring change this year. Two aggressive shots by Jones right off the whistle. He didn't waste any time. The second time he went to a double leg, got it stopped, and he was able to raise up. We call it coming out the back door. You shoot that arm and head through in transition. That was a nice series. Ran a nice bar here, looking for a quick fall. Did it. Got a wrist and a bar and ran it over. Took him about 51 seconds. Good start to his season for the freshman.
We might see him get some varsity matches if he can go like that.
Well, I think it's a matter of a short week with a match on a Wednesday and Friday. I don't think he's had an opportunity to wrestle off now that he's just gotten healthy and back in the lineup. So, yeah, I think you're right. You may see a kid like him break that lineup as he continues to get more experience. We're going to take a big jump in weight. I think we're looking at about 165, 190.
190, yep.
We got another freshman here for West Holmes. This will be Caden Markley coming out here.
Colson Kemmerly will be wrestling for Garaway.
And Markley's another freshman, big freshman at 190, looking at him. Played some football for the Knights. Got off to a decent start at his first JV tournament, really some of his first matches. And I think he went 2-2 last weekend. So we'll see if he can continue to improve on that record.
I believe Kemmerly also one of those football guys from Garaway this year.
Ooh, good hard takedown right to his back. He's got a reverse half. See if Markley can fight off and get to his stomach. He's got the 3 takedown. He's got 2 back, so it's already 5-0. And one of the other rule changes we haven't talked about is you only need 1 supporting limb now inbound. So you can pin a guy with his shoulders out of bounds, and all you need to have is 1 foot still inside that circle. And they're going to let him wrestle. West Holmes has got a lot of edge, Matt, here for this duel, so I think you're going to be allowed to wrestle with that 1 supporting limb. And Markley's able to fight back to his stomach here. They're going to signal more back points. This time it'll be 4. That's one of the rule changes. A 2 count gets you 2, a 3 gets you 3, and a 4 count gets you 4 back. So it used to be you had to get a 5 count just to get to the 3. So it's, very quickly 1 takedown and some near fall, and you're already at 9-0. And a tech fall would be a 15-point lead. So you're going to see that a lot in these matches.
They're going to go back on their feet here.
Garaway wrestler's going to let Markley up, make it 9-1. Markley kind of pushing into him. Garaway wrestler drops for a double. Got to fight this off if you're the West Holmes guy. Push that arm down, keep sprawling. Ooh, nice little duck under there. Makes it 12-1. See if he can return him to the mat here. Markley's fighting those hands. Good job getting that escape. 12-2 though, it's already a 10-point advantage. Nice job. Markley fought it off this time. Gets a takedown of his own, make it 12-5 with about 2 seconds left in the period.
It's an interesting takedown, too, there. Looked like he was going to get pulled underneath and just flipped over top of him.
One of the things I'd tell Markley is he's moving forward, he's aggressive, but he's got to be a little under control because the Garaway wrestlers using that momentum against him and kind of dropping down, changing level, and getting good penetration as Markley's just kind of moving forward. Maybe circle a little more for the West Holmes wrestler, not just go forward and back constantly. It's going to get the escape, cut this lead in half at 12-6.
Takedown here could be huge, get him right back to within 3 points.
Yeah, and like I said, if you're Markley, you got to circle a little bit. It's good that you're going forward, but you got to be under control and be ready because I think 2 of the takedowns that Garaway's gotten here, he's done a good job just changing level and letting that momentum kind of go over top of his shoulders to help him get that shot and that penetration. Ooh, see if Markley can finish this. He's driving. See if he can finish. Gonna pop his head out, see if he can turn the corner. He's got a chance here. Oh, reached up over the head. It's gonna be 3 takedown. He's got a half here. He's gonna probably run this over.
Looked like he almost realized that if he kept trying to get over top of there, he was gonna lose his last supporting limb there and just kind of let loose a little bit, try to get him back in bounds, and really just got turned around.
Yeah, he got in an awkward position. He paid for it. So right now it's 15-6. I think there's back points that might be awarded. I'm waiting to see if the referee's going to count yet. We got about 30 seconds left here in the second period. He's got Markley's arm tucked underneath. Here his coaches yelling him to run that butcher and walk around the head. He's got a half, see if he can run it. Markley did a nice job looking away from the half. That takes some of that pressure off that neck for you. Now he's got that arm trap. This could be a little bit of trouble, though.
He's got 10 seconds left.
Yeah, he had that backside arm trapped. If he can run that half, Markley won't be able to post and fight it off. He's got about 3 seconds, not much time to do anything with it now.
Did a great job to fight that off right at the end of the period.
He did. He battled back. He got himself in that match at 12-6, and he actually looked like he had a good shot. Maybe had to turn the corner for the angle and got into a little bit of a flurry, and the Garaway wrestler was able to turn that into a takedown of his own. So he got 2 minutes to try to make up 9 points here.
Back to their feet to start the third.
And the Garaway wrestler had the choice there, and he chose neutral. He's been pretty comfortable wrestling on his feet in this match. And he's going to try to dictate the match by wrestling at the position he feels strongest at. That's probably a good choice tactically. He'll be able to fight that shot off and get a go behind. That's going to make it 18-6.
Looks like he almost baited Markley into that.
Yeah, he's done a good job of using his aggressiveness maybe a little bit against him. And I think that's one of the things when you get a chance to watch some film with him, you maybe point that out. He gets that escape, 18-7. We've got about 1:05 left. Both these wrestlers putting it all out there, wrestling hard. You know, you're not, if, as a coach, you know, you're going to look at this match with Markley, and you're going to like his aggressiveness, and you're going to like the effort. And he spins around and gets this takedown, makes it 18-10. I think I'd probably kick him out here and try to get another big 3-point takedown. Because you need a big move here. You get a 3-point takedown and some back. You could cut this, get a quick 7-point move. We used to say a 5-point move. Now we can say a 7-point move.
Almost had him flipped over there.
Yeah, we got about 30 seconds. Both these guys are pretty put together for freshmen. I mean, they're pretty stout kids. About 25 seconds. Markley's got to try to return them. There's going to be a stalling call for warning. The emphasis is on the top man. You've got to return the bottom man to the mat, and they'll give you about 5-6 seconds, and if not, it's going to be an obligatory stall call, and then they're going to reset the action.
So 18 seconds left.
Yeah, he's going to let him up. It's really his only chance is probably to try to go for some type of throw here at 19-10. But it's going to be kind of a desperation thing, and if you're the Garaway wrestler, you just kind of stay in a good stance, and you let him gamble, you let him take a chance. And that was the chance he had to take. He had to force something. And he's got about 5 seconds. See if he can fight through this.
With 1 second left, he gets the fall.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he was down 19-10. He gambled. He took a shot that he normally probably wouldn't take in that situation, but he had to because he had to score points in a bunches and kind of exposed himself, and the Garaway wrestler was in a good defensive stance and took advantage of it, like he should. Good JV match, though. That was a good match. Both those guys got valuable experience there. And we're going to see, I think this is a 220-pounder, 215. This will be Grady Hawkins for West Holmes.
Lane Blosser to wrestle for Garaway here.
Yeah, and Grady Hawkins comes in as a junior. We saw him playing some D-line here for the Knights this year on Friday nights, and he's a tough little wrestler. I'll tell you what, he had a lot of good varsity action last year that he got in.
Got a little delay here.
I think they're just waiting to get the scoreboard set.
There we go. They're going to
reset them.
Switch ends.
Tell you what, I remember watching Hawkins last year wrestle, and he's very methodical on his feet. But boy, on top, he is a hammer if he can get the takedown. He does a very good job running cradles, working arm bars, and he gets a good go behind, and he's already in a cross-face cradle situation, trying to drive that head to the knee. We'll see if he can get it and lock it up. I think he did. And he's going to slowly take his back. He's got him stacked up pretty good.
He's got his 4, and then he'll let him go.
Yeah, this will make it 7-0. He's going to go to a new hold if he turns him again. They broke the hold, so it should be 7-0. Right back to that cross-face cradle. He just gets that hand across your head, grabs your tricep, drives the head to the knee.
He's going to stacked up again.
He's going to rock him up for probably, and he got the fall right there on the out of bounds. They let you wrestle there now.
Well, I think he was out. They're going to say he was out. They didn't get the fall.
Oh, okay. So that should make it.
It should make it
a. Well, I thought he signaled 4. They got it at 10-0. We got a minute left in the period. There he goes right back to it. You see that crossface. What he's trying to do is grab that tricep, and then you get out heavy on the head, and you put all your weight on your opponent's neck, and they call it running the head to the knee because the neck is not as strong as your opponent's leg. Nice job dropping to that leg and taking him right back down.
A good gamble there from Blosser, though.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he kicked him out here. It's 10-1. We got about 30 seconds. Takes that shot. A little far away on that shot. Hawkins able to beat it, get another go behind. The shot's coming kind of straight in, a little too far away. You got to get an angle so you don't get stuck underneath, but it's 13-1 here with about closing in on 10 seconds in the first period. He's got a half. He's running out of time, though.
And he is out of time.
Okay, so we'll see what he chooses to do here. He just needs 3 points to secure the tech fall.
From the wrestling we've covered before, Will, I'm just kind of picking this up here. It looks like he does a good job with those heavy hands when he's up top.
Yeah, like I said, Hawkins is a guy that when I watch him wrestle on his feet, he's very, very slow-paced, methodical. He stays in a stance. When he moves, he takes short steps. He's not going to get himself out of position. And when his opponents take a shot, he's ready to defend that. And twice he's beaten those shots and been able to get in the position he wants, which is to be that top wrestler. We got a locking hands call that'll be assessed here in a second on the Garaway wrestler once they stop the action. Hawkins was on his feet when he went back down. The hands were locked around the waist, and you got to break that. You get a little bit of reaction time when they go back down, but you got to quickly let go of it. So that should make it 14-1 here once they put that point up.
There it goes.
Yep. Hawkins to his feet, needs 2 more points here. Nice job with the hand control. Got himself an escape, 15-1. Once again, you see that, beating that shot. There it is. That'll secure the tech fall. So 3 takedowns, a lot of back points, and an impressive win for Grady Hawkins, the junior.
He'll be another one we might see him get in some varsity action later on in the season. Look very technically sound there.
He is. He got a lot of good experience in the varsity action as a sophomore. And yeah, I agree. I think he's in a tough weight class, a competitive weight class in our wrestling room with another really good 215-pounder for the Knights, who we'll get to see in a little bit.
So that's the final JV match. So we'll go ahead and get the varsity match ready here. And at 106, it's looking like we'll see Bryce Brooks from Garaway and Wyatt Crabb.
Yeah, Wyatt Crabb. I'll tell you what, Wyatt Crabb's only a second-year wrestler. We got a chance to see him last year.
In his first
against Indian
match.
Valley, and he came out there and got a big win and a duel for us. And
I want to say that was a fall, too, wasn't it, in that first match?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just remember being amazed at what he did in his very first varsity action. And he was a kid last year. You saw him make those rookie mistakes, the locking hands, the full Nelsons, things like that. But he just really does some things well athletically that you just can't teach. And so you know the talent's there, but he's put a lot of time in this year, a lot of the time in the summer and the off season, and he's looked really good early in the year. He comes in at 4-4, but he was already a sectional placer last year in his first year ever.
So Brooks and Crabb.
Brooks went for a little bit of a head and arm there. Crabb fought it off, but he switched off to a double. You can see Crabb, he's one of those kids that in these flurries, he has a way of coming out on top. You think he's in bad position, and sometimes he's got great hips. And this is a great flurry for both wrestlers. Wow, that's an exciting takedown for both those two. And Crabb comes out on top for the first takedown. He's going right to that butcher. These West Holmes wrestlers, they like that butcher, and they switch it off to a cradle. They're heavy on that tricep and that head. And he's got that, but he's got his leg hooked. Okay, he's either got to run the cradle or he's got to unhook the leg and get out and commit to it. Yeah, that was a wild flurry. You see what I mean with Crabb. He's one of those kids, you saw that last year, that he just had that natural ability to flurry. And you know, I always say it's like you take a cat, you throw it up in the air, and it always lands on its feet. Yeah. And Crabb's got one of those ways of getting his hips up. And high hips in wrestling usually win when you're in a flurry situation.
I was going to say, it reminds me of running after the Hogs when they got loose, the way those two were going after each other.
Yeah, it was a great flurry. It really could have went either way for either wrestler. He's got Crabb a little out of position here. He's going to get back to his feet, I think, get the escape point. Got about 40 seconds left here. It's 3-1. He almost got behind Crabb, but he was able to get that leg in there and catch that arm in there and catch that leg. We're back in another flurry situation, and Crabb's going to come out on top again there. That's going to make it 6-1 with about 15 seconds left.
A good job by Crabb there, getting to his stomach. It looked like he was going to go straight to his back on it for a second there.
You know, Brooks looked like he had beat the shot and was trying to go around behind. He was almost completely behind, but he was able to take his right arm, pop it up, and just catch that leg. And when he did, he just kind of did a gazzoni to the leg and kind of hooked it down real hard. And he popped his hips up. And like I said, two really wild flurries that could have went either way for Brooks or Crabb. And Crabb came out on top in both, and he's got a 6-1 lead here going into the second.
These are two wrestlers that look very similar in their style.
Similar body build, similar styles of wrestling. Both very, very active. You like to see that. There's not much downtime with these two. There's a good sit. There's a good reset. Crabb trying to dig a half in here.
See what you mean? Sometimes it looks like he's in a bad position there and just pops right out.
Yeah, and I would say last year he would show that, but then he would get caught. You know, his inexperience would catch up to him. It looks to me like he's had a little more mat time, and he's worked through some of those things. He wants that butcher. Brooks is pretty dangerous on bottom. I've seen him do some good short sits with his hips. If I'm Crabb, I would be careful and not ride from my knees. Get on my toes so I can follow his hips, because I think this Brooks kid has the potential to catch you. He's got a chance here. If he can keep this and get a count. He only got a 1 count. Brooks was able to fight that off and get back to his stomach.
The way he got him flipped there was interesting, too. It looked like he just
kind of muscled him over. Brooks doing a nice job flurrying once again, trying to get to his feet. Nice elbow out. Oh, going for a throw. He's got it. He's got it. We'll see if he can reverse out of it. Nothing yet. No points awarded. Wow, what a flurry, both these wrestlers. No points yet. Well, for the referee, he's doing a heck of a job. He's earning his money because there's a lot of action here. Oh, he sat through, but he caught the arm. Now he is going to get the count. So he's going to get at least 2 or 3 points there.
Showing 2 right now. That'd give him 8-1.
8-1. Wow. Brooks caught him in a throw. Looked like he had him dead to rights. Now he is going to finally get the reversal. It's going to be 8-4 with about 10 seconds left in the period, and Crabb will have choice coming up in the third. He's got to watch himself here.
4 seconds.
Yeah, he's got to fight this off. He's got 2 seconds. Boy, I don't know what to tell you. If I'm Coach Vaughn, I think I might put Crabb on his feet. We'll see what he chooses.
Another takedown will make it a real dangerous
well, they changed that score. They changed it to 8-3. I'm not sure I think that's right.
Well, he had the 1 escape point and then the reversal.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't see anybody for Garaway arguing about it, so they must think it's right. I thought it was, but.
Brooks going to pick up a caution there.
Yeah, you get 2 of those before you get awarded a point, so you're all right there. Jump into a near side cradle. You're going to have to fight this if you Crabb. Better catch a leg. Better catch a leg and fight hands. Always trying to hook that leg. Brooks can hook that leg. Crabb could be in a little trouble here. Crabb fighting through it again. And he gets the switch, gets the reversal, 10-3. I'll tell you what, every big flurry we've seen, it could have gone either way tonight. Crabb has been able to come out on top. We'll see if he can continue that. We'll see whose conditioning is going to hold up too, because, boy, they put a lot of energy into the first 4.5 minutes of this match.
They're both looking tired out there.
Well, they should be. They put a lot of energy into this match.
It's the big difference you see at the lower end of the weight bracket up compared to the higher end is just.
Yeah, you watch that match that Hawkins just wrestled, a little more methodical, slower pace. These 2 kids are just going out there and tearing after each other. And boy, this might be one of the funnest matches of the night when the dust settles on it.
Crabb picked up his first caution on that restart.
Brooks with we got locking hands on Crabb. And you're also going to get the reversal, so it's going to be 10-6 here after all the points are awarded. So we got a minute. Brooks doing the right thing there, putting him up on his feet. It's going to make it 11. They got it down as 11-7. It's a lot of match. Oh, he jumps over. Crabb is getting tired here. It's going to be 11-10, I think.
They dropped it down to 11-6.
Yeah, they had to score wrong. The dust has got to settle. It should be 12-9. It should be 12-9 here now. Yep. Takedown would tie it. See if Crabb's got one more flurry in him. Oh, Brooks is going to tie it right there. Coach Garaway wants him to let him up. He thinks he's got Crabb on the ropes here. He wants him to let him up. He's going to let him up, give him the lead with 20 seconds left. They're out of bounds. We got 22 seconds. Crabb's up, 13-12. Boy, I'll tell you what, Crabb needs to catch his breath because all the momentum is switched to Brooks. Brooks back in on a double. No point. Yep, he's going to give him the takedown. It's going to be 15-13. And not sure why the referee stopped it. I think it was a headgear.
He lost his headgear, yeah.
A little bit of a break for Crabb there because a reversal would tie this. Boy, Brooks really poured it on there in the last minute. Crabb needs 2. He bases up. He's got 10 seconds. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, time. 15-13 Brooks. Boy, 3 takedowns in the final minute to come all the way back. Give him credit, man. His conditioning held up. And he was able to come through right at the end. That's a big swing match win in this duel.
You see all that energy that was used up in the first period there, and then...
Yeah, I'll tell you, those flurries take the starch out of you. That's not easy to wrestle that style. Crab looked good. I mean, he looked good the whole match, I thought, with those flurries. It just, Brooks did was relentless, and I think when the dam broke there, he was able to take advantage of it in that final minute.
Now, let's see here. We got something on the mat here we got to take a look at.
Yeah, it could be some blood. There could be some cleanup they got to do. We're going to see Liam Angle at 113 here. Liam's just a freshman. Comes in with a 2-2 record. And he's going to wrestle Lucas Miller, who is ranked 15th in the state in Division III.
Well, this little timeout gives us time to remind you that tonight's wrestling coverage is being brought to you in part by Critchfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Siding Contractors, Coffin Realty and Auctions, and Holmes Wayne Electric. And don't forget, tonight's man of the match is being sponsored by Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. Tonight's top performer for West Holmes will receive a $25 Bell Bucks gift card, courtesy of Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery.
Yep, wow. What an exciting match to start with tonight for this crowd. And Garaway's got a chance here with Lucas Miller to and maybe get a good lead on the Knights to start off with. Miller right in there on a nice double.
He's taking on Lucas Miller.
Like I said, Miller's ranked number 15th in the state in Division III. Liam Angle, a longtime youth wrestler for West Holmes. He's been with our program for a while, but he's just a freshman coming in here at 2-2.
They're going to give the escape point there, it looks like.
This might be a flea in the mat call, because this is a, yeah, Miller's going to get a point for Angle kind of fleeing the mat, like using the out of bounds to not give up points, and that's a point of emphasis this year in high school wrestling. They're going to look for that. The college rule would be a push out, but they're going to expect you to make the effort to stay inside that circle and wrestle, not flee the mat. Gets the go behind. Going to go up 4-0 now. Angle's actually really probably a 106-pounder for the Knights, and has had some really good battles in the wrestle-offs there with Crab, so he's had to wrestle up a weight here as a freshman tonight.
Wrestlers go out of bounds.
So just under a minute here in the first period. Like he almost had him flipped there, and then...
Yeah, Miller's got that leg in. He's just trying to power half Angle over. He's trying to get that backside leg, and he did. He's going to get some back points out of this. Now he's going to try to get up on it and scoop that head, see if he can get the fall.
He's got the 4.
He's got to get his hips up a little higher here, and I think he's got a chance. That's pretty tight. Angle's doing a good job trying to fight this. He's got about 1 second.
4-point near fall.
Yep, 4-point near fall. It's going to be 9-8-0.
So they're going to defer. It's like
It should be.
Angle's going to go neutral.
Boy, it should. Yeah. They're going to put Angle on top. Angle did a nice job breaking him down on that, stopping that first move. See if he can work a bar of his own. He's got it in. He's walking around the head. I'll tell you what, he's got a chance here to get some points. Got your hips up.
I think he got 2 there.
He got 2, but he didn't get his hips up high enough to secure it, so it's going to be 8-2. Miller's able to come out of that. No change in control. Technically, Angle's still the one in control here until Miller can break free of his hands. He's going to try to crack his hips down and hook the leg. He'll get the reversal there.
Reversal, Miller of
Make it 10-2. He's going right back to that Turk. He does a nice job of keeping his hips up. That's something Angle's going to have to learn. High hips are going to win in this sport. When you turn a guy, you got to make that adjustment because they're going to roll away or they're going to take a big hard turn into you.
He's got another 2 here.
It's going to be 12-2. So he's about 5 points away from tech fall. And in team scoring, a pin's what you want. A pin gets you 6. Decision like what we just saw with Crabb, that's worth 3. A major, which is 8 or more, will get you 4. And that tech fall, which is our mercy rule of 15 points lead, that'll get you 5. So right now, with team scores 3-0 Garaway. But boy, a couple pins here and there, and it really can dictate the outcome of a match.
And we saw that in that Indian Valley duel a year ago.
Yep. Yeah, West Holmes was able to get the falls in their wins, and that could be all the difference. We got a full Nelson's going to be called here on the top wrestler. He had a half on each side, so that'll be a penalty point for Angle, make it 12-3.
He wasn't the best math student, but I do think 2 halves make a whole.
They do. There's nothing wrong with 2 good halves, as Jeff Woods used to say. You just can't do it at the same time. That'll be the end of that period. The 9-point lead here. Angle hanging in there.
Well, with the new rules this year, that makes it almost a 3-possession game. I guess 3 takedown match.
Yeah, it does. And you get back in it in a hurry. We saw that with Books. He was able to get back in a hurry with 3 takedowns and make up that difference. I think at one point Crabb was up maybe 10-2.
Miller picks up a caution there on the restart.
Yeah, that's a 3rd caution we've seen. That's basically that's an alignment issue. You've got a line your knees need to be behind and a line your hands need to be in front of, and we've had a couple guys line up incorrectly. Angle locking up a cradle here. Don't roll across your back here. Good. Try to bump it down. Getting a little high, readjust. Miller's grabbing that leg. He's getting lifted up high in the air, lock that hip to the mat. Now he's got to try to cut away. He's going to get the reversal, 14-3. He's got those legs split. That's tough. You can't get your hips back on the mat if you're Angle. He's got that half. This could be tight. Ooh, that's real tight. He's got his chance to stack this up and finish it. He got the fall with about 57 seconds left in the period. So that'd be 5:03. That'll be the fall time, and that's going to be 6 more team points. Garaway's going to go up 9-0 on the Knights. We're going to get into a good part of the lineup here for West Holmes. We're going to start seeing some of our more experienced wrestlers. This is going to be a junior, Peyton Martin. He's 5th at the districts last year, so state alternate, 6th in the districts as a freshman, and comes in here undefeated at 4-0.
And wrestling for West Holmes, Peyton Martin. Again, this is 120-pounders. Miller of Garaway, Martin of West Holmes.
Martin right out there with the takedown right to his back.
That's good for 3.
They got 4 there, makes it 7-0.
4-point near fall to Martin.
Taking on Parker Miller.
1 point escape to Miller of Garaway.
Yes, 7-1 here, right back in on another single with a lift. Got to be careful there when you put him down, Martin. Good high lift. You got to lay him down under control and safely. It's going to make it 10-1. We're barely 35 seconds into the match.
I think Miller might have helped him there when he had his arms out to kind of break his own fall.
Yeah, and this is a situation here with Martin up, Umstead, A.J. Roberts coming up after that. We got some experienced guys coming up that can get West Holmes right back in this duel. Martin's got that arm up on the back. Just got to slowly get out to side and slowly work it over. You don't want to rush it. A referee will stop that sometime. They're gonna err on the side of caution, protect the wrestler's safety. But Martin just got to get up on his toes and walk around the head here. He's got double arm bar. This will be tight if he does.
40 seconds to go.
He should be able to finish it right here. This is tight. There it is. Yep. So that fall in a minute 25. And that'll be 6 points for West Holmes. For Martin, that'll make it 9-6. And we're going to see Gabe Umstead. He's a junior. Sixth place at the sectionals last year. Got a lot of good varsity experience as a sophomore. We'll see who they're sending up here.
Looks like Bryce Johnson.
Yep. Yep, Umstead comes in at 5-5 on the year.
Another high energy to start.
Mm-hmm. You know, Umstead's the kid that really is committed this year in the offseason, put a lot of extra time in. He's got a great workout partner with Peyton Martin and A.J. Roberts up above him, so sometimes that workout partner means everything to you. And this is one of those matches, really, that's kind of a swing match, I think. It's not guys that are state qualifiers or state placers, but I think they're pretty evenly matched tonight. And this is one of those ones that would get you right back in it if you're West Holmes. A nice attempt at a duck under there by Johnson. He's got a good front headlock situation. See if he can score from this. You got to keep that elbow under control if you're Umstead. No points yet. He caught that leg. See if he can get behind. And he does. He jumps right to a cradle. Umstead fought that off. Umstead's got a chance for a Merkle here. He's got to be careful. They're going to give him the reversal, so it's going to be 3-2. Umstead little high here. Johnson's got him in an awkward position. See if he can get his hips out from underneath. Umstead's got a leg lace, so it should be able to keep his hips on top. Works out from bottom. He's going to make it 4-2 here for Johnson with about 20 seconds to go in the period. Nice shot by Umstead. Got to keep rotating. He had a good angle at first. Looked like he was going to rotate around behind it, but fought off by Johnson. Got about 8 seconds in the period. Got to cover those hips. Going to take the lead, 5-4 there with a takedown right at the buzzer here.
That's where the scoring rule changes are really going to come to effect in those close matches.
And I'll tell you what, both these wrestlers, really high-intensity match, a lot like that crab match we saw with Books. Both guys constantly looking to score. I like the pace they're wrestling at. We're going to see whose conditioning holds up in this one. You know, when you watch guys wrestle, and you watch teams wrestle, you start to develop a style, you start to see technique that's used, and you know that that's something that obviously is emphasized in the room. And right now for both these teams, I think we're seeing both coaches emphasize aggressiveness and attack-oriented style.
I will say these Garaway wrestlers have been great on top all evening.
They have. Umstead gets the reversal there. He's going to be up 7-4. Might have missed a back point opportunity off that reversal. Looked to me like he had a chance to just go out aggressively and run that half and try to take him to his back. They played a little safe there, so it's 7-4. Yeah, these Garaway wrestlers, they like the cradles, they like the butchers, and there's not much downtime when they're on top either. He's got to watch that arm there on the backside. He can't run that illegally. He's got to keep that flat. He can't, they're going to stop that.
It looked like the referee was thinking about stopping it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, well, you could see it. The arm was kind of through, but it wasn't through deep enough, so it was sliding up on the top of the shoulder, and they're going to keep an eye on that. It could be illegal, but they can call it potentially dangerous if they catch it early. And that's what the referee did. Got about a minute left in the period. Johnson does a nice job of keeping his arms out there and not letting Umstead control a wrist. He kind of straightens his arm. He rolls his wrist away. And Johnson wants to get that arm bar and put that arm up on his back. He hasn't been able to secure it yet. Ooh, dangerous tilt there. It's going to pay off. Had that arm trapped. I'm never a fan of rolling across your back, but these guys do it all the time. He's going to make it 9-4 with those 2 points. Now he's got that arm barred up. He needs to trap that backside wrist. Johnson was able to roll out of it. Got about 2 seconds in the period. Good period for Umstead.
The wrestlers go out of bounds, and that'll be the end of the second period.
They're going to go neutral here.
Yeah, I tell you what, Umstead looked pretty good on top that period. I think that's a good choice by the Garaway coach to go on his feet. Umstead looked like he kind of took the starch out of him there on top, riding him.
But again, 2 takedowns.
Nice angle. That's a good shot. Well, that's the second time he's done that and hasn't finished it. He's gonna need to look at film and see what he's got to do, because that's a great angle on a good shot, turning the corner. He's got to catch that backside ankle and collapse those hips. He can't let that good of a shot result in nothing.
Sounds like Will O'Donnell might be going down to break some film down.
I'm not going to. I'm too. Only thing I'm going to break is a hip, so I'll let Coach Vaughn. He'll watch the film. These kids get on huddle just like the football teams now, and they watch themselves. And those are 2 great shots, but he needs to turn those into points. We're at about 1:15 here. 5-point lead for Umstead. And he's still kind of being the aggressor and still looking to score. You know, I like that mentality. It's definitely something that Coach Vaughn's instilled in this team, to be aggressive. But you got to be smart here. You got a 5-point lead. It's the other guy that's got to gamble, and the other guy that's got to come to you and force things. Johnson takes that shot. He's got that leg. Umstead trying to just fight through. He's got to get the hips on the mat. Shoelaces on the mat. You hear those coaches. Now he's got him flattened out. See if he can spin around behind him.
Good job to get an arm back in the ring there before trying to go around.
Yep, that was good mat awareness. Like I said, Umstead's a kid that's put a lot of extra time in the offseason this year, really kind of committed to the sport, kind of went all in, as we would say, and I think you're seeing that improvement in him.
And the wrestlers go out of bounds.
You know, just a junior, like I said, 6th in the sectionals last year. One of those guys who wants to get that next level, get himself down to that district and compete at that level. He's got about 24 seconds. He's got a major right now, so this would be worth 4 points. It would give the Knights the lead, 10-9, if this would hold up. And Garaway knows that they want that escape point. They want that, take away that team point. This is sometimes where, you know, even when you know maybe you're not going to win the match, you got to wrestle for your team and try to fight for that. And you're at about 5 seconds here. Umstead's got to keep them flattened out. It's going to get a 1 count, but it's not going to add to the score. It's going to be 12-4. So that'll be a major decision for Umstead, and the Knights will move into the lead for the first time at 10-9.
Once again, our coverage tonight brought to you in part by Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Rody's IJ Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy, Pomeranz Insurance, and Finish Line Auto Body. And now 10-9, the lead for West Holmes.
I'll tell you what, we're going to see our first state qualifier tonight. It's going to be Braylon Books, the other Books brother. He's ranked number 11 in the state right now, and he was a Division III state qualifier, and he's going to take on a senior, A.J. Roberts, who's a district alternate last year for West Holmes. This could be an exciting match. Roberts is a senior that's got some crazy hips. He can do some wild things on the mat, and he's dangerous in any position. Obviously, you'd look at Brooks as a returning state qualifier and think he's got the edge, but you really got to be careful against a guy like Roberts. Robert wants to snap him down here and try a cement mixer. And if you're Brooks, you got to be careful underneath there. You got to keep control of that elbow and not come up too fast from this underneath position. Could get a stalemate here pretty soon by the referee if we don't get much of a change.
Got his hand to his whistle.
Yeah, he wants that cement mixer. I'll tell you what, he got it. Oh, he's got to fight. He's got to fight. This will be big if he can finish it. Look up, AJ. He got it. Whoa, I told you, Roberts is dangerous. Wow, we're going to look back on that one. That's enormous to pin a state qualifier. AJ Roberts really with one of the big swings in this match tonight. I don't think when you looked at this lineup you thought you were going to walk away with 6 at 132. And that's going to put West Holmes up 16-9.
And this is Braylon Books. I believe that was Micah Schleball. That was.
Oh, was it?
32.
Okay, well they moved some guys around maybe, but they have Schleball at 38, and they have Brooks at 32. And this is going to be the sophomore Ian Doherty out here wrestling. Well, we'll have to get a clarification. Did you hear them doing the announcing there?
I did hear them say this is Books.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so it is Books. They did change their lineup around a little bit there. Yeah, sometimes you do that as a coach. There's some gamesmanship. You're trying to get the best possible matchup you could.
Just like flipping up your batting order in baseball.
Yep, I get it. But as it is, West Holmes is up 7 right now. And it's 3-0 here, about 1 minute into the period. Yeah, they had the roster switched around. They had Books at 137 at the weigh-in, so that would make him a 38-pounder. So they did change that at the weigh-in.
Garaway fans thought the referee just missed a fall there.
He had him stacked up pretty tight. He's still got the near side cradle, and he's got his hip under Doherty's leg. This is going to be trouble. This is going to be really tight when he walks it over. Ian's doing a nice job of fighting it, though. But it's going to be 8-0. You know, this is one of those matches where you tell a kid like Ian, hey, just don't get pinned. You know, even a tech fall saves you a team point. Sometimes that's what you have to do for your team.
He'll get the escape right before the end of the period there, and that's a huge 1 point.
Yep, it's going to make it 8-1. Garaway's going to defer choice. Coach Vaughn's going to put Ian on top here.
That's a quick reversal there from
That was. That's explosive. That's a good first move on bottom, and he's right there with the power half. He's got 2 boots in. He's going to have a real good opportunity here to crank this over. And he's doing a nice job adjusting his hips there as he does it, too, to keep himself in good position.
He's got 4 on this move.
Yeah, so at a minimum, he's got a 14-1 lead here. He's going to have to, points won't be awarded till the hold is broke, though. Ian's doing a great job of fighting it. Oh, he's got that backside wrist trap. That's tight. There it is.
And that will wrap things up at 138 pounds. The winner with a fall at 2 minutes, 53 seconds, Braylon Brooks of Garaway.
That'll make it 1 point matchup again here in the team score, 16-15. Well, don't forget our man of the match tonight, sponsored by Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. Tonight's top performer for West Holmes will receive a $25 Bell Bucks gift card, courtesy of Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery.
Yeah, this will be 144 here. This is a freshman, Oliver Hiller, and he's got the, looks like he's taking on a returning state qualifier as well. Ranked 14th in the state here. I think it's Mitchell
Tatro. Tatro. You can thank my coverage of Garaway softball for that one.
All right, well, he's got a takedown, and he's got the boots in, and he's cranking a power half of his own on Hiller here. He's already got the back points. And something tells me Tatra must be wrestling with Brooks once in a while in practice. Similar pinning combinations employed here by the two of them. In our sport, a lot of times, if you see one state qualifier, one state placer, the next weight up, the next weight below, you'll see another one. Because they just make each other better in practice. He's got two arm bars here locked up. He's trying to get out to the side and run this over. Hiller's trying to look away and hip down hard when he feels that pressure, trying to fight this off, but this is locked up pretty tight. Oh, this is trouble. He's going to get the fall. Garaway's going to go back into the lead there. That's a minute 18 on that fall, and it's going to be 21-16 Garaway. And we've had a couple matchups there where we had some younger guys against state qualifiers, and they did what they should do, which is get you the pinpoints. Now we're going to get a chance to see Loudon Dixon for West Holmes.
Dixon's always fun to see out here on the mat.
Yeah, I want to try to see who they got him out against.
Alex Hampshire will be out there against Dixon.
Dixon with a quick takedown right away. Of course, Dixon comes in at 8-1. His only loss was to a wrestler from, I believe, Tennessee, state champion himself. And Dixon's already beat a few state returning placers already this early in the season in the state of Ohio. He's the number 2 ranked wrestler in the state at his weight, and this is his first time at 150. He's been at 157. He's been at 150. I think this is the weight he's probably going to settle in at for the state tournament.
Got the escape point right before both wrestlers went out.
Yep, 6-1 here for Dixon. Dixon, of course, only a junior, and, you know, the bloodline is there in that Dixon family. You know, Grandpa was a tremendous wrestler, Uncle Jim a tremendous wrestler, Dad a terrific wrestler. It's a lot to live up to, and Loudon Dixon has certainly done it, though, this early in his short career here at West Holmes.
And we talked about it while you're getting set up. Went up to a very competitive tournament in the Fargo Dome and did well.
Yeah, I mean, he seeks out good competition. In other people's wrestling rooms in the summer, obviously with his freestyle and his Greco that he wrestles, he understands what it takes and the work and the sacrifice that you need to make to be on the top of that podium. And he's not shying away from that. That's his goal. He lets people know it. He wants to be a state champion. And he's looking to give West Holmes the lead here again. It's up 6-1. He needs to get this fall, and he does. That took him about a minute 35 to do that. West Holmes back and forth. We're up 22-21 now.
Very competitive section here for both squads. Again, our coverage tonight brought to you in part by Critchfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Signing Contractors, Coffin Realty and Auctions, Holmes Wayne Electric, Pomerane Hospital, and Millersburg Electric.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we got a couple good wrestlers here for Garaway. We got a state alternate in Colton Domer, and then after him is the number 8th ranked wrestler in the state, 6th in the district, Matthew Frey. And that'll be a great match with him and Hunter McCluggage. That could be one of the premier matchups of the night, those two.
I'll talk a little bit more about Fry here in a minute, but he had himself a pretty good season on the defensive side of the football season for the Pirates.
Yeah, we're looking at this. This is Jordan Gerber. This is, I think, one of his first matches. He comes in with a record of 0-0. Big, strong kid. You look at Gerber. He's worked hard in the weight room, but boy, he's going to have his hands full with Domer here, a state alternate. Like I said, ranked 17th right now at his weight class in Division III. He's got that leg lace. He's got that arm fed through. He's going to try to hook this back here and look for a tilt. Gerber did a nice job fighting that. Punching a hard crossface. See if he can run ahead to the knee. Got that butcher locked. He needs to just be patient, walk around the head. This is one of those matches that looks like it's going to come down to the final match of the night there with Dylan Sowers and Dwayne Yoder, I think. We got about 25 seconds left in the period here. Still just 3-0 after that one takedown. Gerber kind of wrestling over here on the edge.
Doing a good job kind of staying wide, not really giving much room for movement, getting around his head.
Yeah, Domer a couple times looked to me like he had a good combination. That butcher was pretty tight. He tried to punch that crossface cradle. And like I said, Gerber's a strong kid. He's able to fight through some of those, and he's kept a good base underneath him. And a match that maybe I probably would have said, hey, kick him out, get another couple takedowns. It's still just 3-0.
So Domer's going to take the bottom here.
Well, usually when it's your choice, you want to go bottom. You want to get the escape point and just kind of add to that lead.
And here comes Gerber.
Domer, I think, is in good position here. I don't think Gerber had that head locked up tight enough for a Merkel. And he's going to get that reversal and go up 5-0. And the Garaway coach seen enough of that. He said, kick him out. And they didn't really kick him out. There's no change there yet. This is not going to be a takedown. There was no clean break and control. And Garaway's coach a little livid over there. He wants him back on his feet, scoring 3-point takedowns, not just doing a ride out here. He knows that these team points are going to matter as this duel winds down. Should make it 5-2 after they award that escape point. Nope, 5-1. Yep. Lets him up right away. Garaway coach got a plan now. He wants takedown, let him up. Let's expand this lead. Nothing yet. Almost had it. Still 8-2. He's going to get it. He's got about 38 seconds left in the period. It's 11-2. It's a 9-point lead, so it'd be a major decision at this point. It'd be worth 4. And Garaway's down a point. About 15 seconds left in the period. He's got a cradle locked up. Now he's going to get some back points. This is stacked up pretty tight. Gerber fights through it again.
4-point near fall for Domer of Garaway.
He's going to make it 15-2 after that 4-point near fall. And it's going to be Gerber's choice here in the third, but he's down 13. I look for the Garaway wrestler. Yep, he just needs the one takedown. Even if we would have took down, he would have kicked us.
It's where you like to see Gerber maybe try to get something in here.
Well, I tell you what, the takedown would make it a tech fall, so you're going to save a team point as long as you don't get pinned, but he's going to go right to his back, so they're going to let him finish this hold. And he did get that extra team point. The takedown's not awarded when you go right to your back. They're going to let you get the fall, and Coach Vaughn knows that he lost a team point there he shouldn't have.
4-18 on that one.
Yep, that's going to make it 27-22 after those points are put on the board. So Garaway back in the lead, and here we are. I think this might be the match of the night. Hunter McCluggage, returning state qualifier, ranked 14th in the state. One of the night's seniors, wrestling Matthew Fry, ranked 8th in the state, 6th in the district last year. Hunter McCluggage coming right in with a shot. I'll tell you what, that's his MO. He's never going to hold back. He doesn't care what your resume is. He's going to attack you. And he's got a good lift here. He's going to finish it with a chance for back points. See if Fry can fight his arm through. just gets the takedown. Hunter's hips are a little high. He's kind of falling off here. He's got a power half, Fry. If he can power half him, he does. Get his hips up. Now he's getting the back points. He's got 4. Let's see if he can tighten this down. He's got the fall, but it's going to be hard to secure this. He's got to really be patient. Okay, Fry gets his arm through to reward the points. McCluggage still a little high for my taste. There he goes. Now he's behind the arms. Well, if you know one thing, if you watch Hunter McCluggage on film as a wrestler, as an opponent, you better be ready when the whistle, right off the whistle, because he's shooting.
He's going.
He's not going to wait. He's going to shoot right off that whistle, right off that line. And he's got a cradle here. He can get back points here. Doesn't matter where the line is because they got supporting points in.
It's like he got another 4.
Yep, he's got 4 fingers on the mat. He's got that. That'll make it 11-0.
Still got 35 seconds.
Yeah, he breaks the hold. And he's going to try to get it to tech fall. If he can get him back one more time for a 4 count, it'd be match over. Oh, okay, be careful here. You're a little high, hanging the head. You've got about 15 seconds. Oh, don't. There we go. That's a good return.
5
you got
seconds.
about 5 seconds. Tell you what, that's a great first period for Hunter McCluggage against a quality opponent.
No, I wouldn't be surprised to see McCluggage here.
See what
Go
Garaway.
for a.
Garaway wrestler is going to take top, so
see if he can get a reversal and maybe try to.
go for a fall
up,
yourself, because an escape and a takedown would end this match. Got to get to your feet. Got a little bit of an arm bar here. He sits back into him. He's going to get the reversal. That's going to make it 13-0. Garaway wrestler had that arm bar, and as he started to take it over, Hunter McCluggage just did a hard sit into him and threw his elbow, and that's a good experienced move by an upperclassman. And he's up 13-0. He wants this fall. See if he can get that. He's got that arm trapped. Don't let him get it back. Oh, nice job sinking the chest. This is going to be tight.
That'll do it.
Yeah, but he gets the chance for the fall. See if he can get that point back that we lost in that last match. Oh, this is tight. Got to reverse it. Look up, tighten it down. There you go. Look up and tighten it down.
He's got a minute left.
He's got a lot of time. Got it. Got that point back. Wow. 13-0. Would have had the tack at 17, but he gets the opportunity to go for the fall. And boy, you just pinned the number 8 ranked wrestler in the state at that weight in Division III after you were up 13-0.
And that's a huge one. You know, just like I said, get in here, get that quick reversal. You got a chance to lock him up, get that extra point.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to see Cole Porter, one of our 3 seniors in the lineup tonight. State alternate last year at 175, returns at that same weight.
And he's got Thomas Grimm.
Okay, we'll have to get you the information on Thomas, so that's a change in the lineup there. Thomas Grimm weighed in at 173. They didn't have him listed as the starter, so we may see Wyatt Gordon possibly bump up. We'll see what happens with that. Porter's going to get that first takedown, go up 3-0 here.
I think it was last year, the Knights invite, we saw Porter go on a big run there.
He did. And I'll tell you what, he's a kid, puts his time in. He battled didn't get to play football this year. We lost him. He was a starting linebacker as a junior, and he had a torn rotator cuff or labrum in his shoulder. Made the decision to get the surgery, knowing that the rehab was going to cost him his football season, but loves this sport of wrestling, wants to wrestle in college, and is getting a lot of interest from some schools for this sport. And I don't know if he's made his decision yet on what school he wants to wrestle at, but he's come back from that shoulder injury. He's looked pretty good this year. Still probably not back to where he wants to be. In a bit of a flurry here after that reversal. Let's see if he can get the points out of this. Going to sit back on him. He might be able to lock a cradle up here. 5-2. And I always joke with Cole. I have him as a student helper, and I've known his family for a while. But when he was a 7th grader, for some reason, I called him by the wrong name for 10 weeks of a football season. And I promise his family now, I know it's Cole Porter. I know his name. I don't get it wrong anymore.
I'm sure about that.
I'm positive.
I'll tell you what, Grimm.
Oh, nice reversal there.
Well, he did for a second there, and then he got the reversal.
Ooh, Porter. Oh, he caught him. Oh, he caught him. This is tight. This is tight after that throw. Switches off to reverse half. See if he can get this fall. He's lacing up both legs. Got to arch your back and tighten it down. The period ended.
Saved by the buzzer.
Wow. Got the reversal. We got 4 back on the throw. What a lateral drop. Wow. I'll tell you, Thomas had him in the air. Looked like he had him in a great position as he went down. Porter just rolled through it with a lateral drop of his own. Makes it 11-4 here as we go into the second.
So Grimm going to go down here.
Well, he's had some success on bottom. He's had 2 reversals. So, yeah, not a bad choice there by Grimm to take that. And Porter's seen enough of it. Says, I'll just let you up. We'll go back to our feet. Right back into that lateral drop situation. Grimm's got a chance here to step in and throw. Oh, he had it. He had it. Porter rolled through it. Well, he had the arm and head locked up, and he did the right thing, put his hips in front and let it go. And Porter just rolled through it that time, so that's going to make it 14-5. Give Grimm credit for taking the shot there.
Chance to get some more back points here.
Yeah, we're at about a minute 20. West Holmes up by a point in that team score. It's 28-27. Porter's up 8 right now, so that would be a major. It'd be 4 more points for the Knights heading into the final 3 weight classes. Porter's got to be careful here. He doesn't want to give up a throw. You got an 8-point lead. You know, wrestle smart, get your good angles, maybe catch your points there as he takes bad shots, but you don't need to go upstairs with Grimm. He looks like he's got a little potential there to throw. I think Porter probably wants to wrestle with a little more pace here. He looked a little winded there as he came in from the out of bounds. I think I'd be all right to stay in a good stance, kind of square up on him, circle, make him force something. We got about 30 seconds in the period. Be Porter's choice to start the third. Oh, nice duck under. Throw a half right now. There it is. There it is. It's going to make it 17-6. It's going to have 4 back. That should make it 21. It should be a tech fall regardless of what happens. He's got about 9 seconds in the period.
He got that right shoulder.
Got it. He got it. 2 seconds left in the period, so that would be 3:58. Porter with another big throw there. It's going to make that score 34-27. We got 3 matches left.
Again, our coverage tonight brought to you in part by Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Rody's IGA Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy, Homrans Insurance, and Finish Line Auto Body. And by my count, that is 7 straight falls between these 2 squads.
And I'll tell you what, it's a 7-point match here. We've got 3 to go, so it's still anybody's match. And we've got Camden McCluggage making a big jump in weight classes up to this 190. This is Hunter's younger brother.
It is Westfall. That one does stay the same.
Yep, and you look at it, boy, Camden McCluggage is a tall drink of water at 190, and he really seems to enjoy moving up into this upper weight class from what he wrestled last year. And as he continues to just hit the weights and get thicker, I think he might really enjoy being a 190 and a 215-pounder. And after him, we're going to have the freshman at 215, Easton Ross. So this is a big matchup here because Easton Ross is going to have Dylan King, who's currently ranked 12th in the state in Division III. So if you're McCluggage, you'd like to get a little breathing room here for the Knights. Nothing yet. No points awarded yet. See if McCluggage can scoot his hips up. Still nothing.
Well, it looks like Greg Miller going to come and wants to talk with our referee.
He's going to, but I tell you what, it's not going to change anything. In our sport, we don't have the benefit of instant replay. In the NCAA, yeah, they can throw a brick, you can do a challenge, they can look at the film and have a panel review it, but here you're just slowing the match down. And I don't think that was two. McCluggage looked to me like he was actually got a chance to inch his hips up on top. If that would have continued to play out, I think he might have actually popped his hips up for two himself.
Yeah, it never looked like either of them had a true advantage on that.
No, that was one of those flurry situations. It really was going to go either way, whether it went out of bounds or not. We got about 30 seconds here in the period. Both wrestlers still looking for their first points.
Now, a win here from McCluggage would be huge and make it a 10-point lead for the Knights.
Yeah, which would mean, when you're looking at that, you would need almost 2 pins and a tech fall to make that up. And, West Holmes has a returning district qualifier at heavyweight in Dylan Sowers, who's looked really solid this year. So I think they feel like if they can get this McCluggage match, they might have enough space between them to hold them off.
So no score after 2 minutes.
McCluggage choosing by.
I don't think we've seen a first period go scoreless all night. There's been a lot of points scored in this dual meet. McCluggage doing a good job getting up off the bottom there. He's got to get some hand control when he comes up. No change here yet. He's got to try to be careful here because the other wrestler's still in control. You don't want to let him climb up your back and expose you. You might have to bail here and reset. There you go, reset. Westfall trying to run a cross-face cradle there, trying to lock that up. McCluggage passes the arm. That's a good job. See if he can get back to his feet. That was a good job feeling that cradle. Grab that arm, put it to the other side of his head, and just walked right out front with it. That's a good piece of technique.
Our first point of the match.
It's going to make it 1-0 with about a minute to go. Oh, nice shot by Westfall. See if he can finish it. Nothing yet. McCluggage has been in this situation 2 or 3 times now on these shots, and he's been able to get his hips out from underneath. And let's see if he can continue to scoot here and not let him cover.
38 seconds in the period.
Yep. You could get a stalemate here if you can stay in this position for a while. Oh, he stepped over. This could be trouble. He's got to try to hook the leg underneath if it's Westfall and walk up the back. He's got to try to step over that leg, and he hasn't been able to do it yet. Once he locks the hip in, the referee might be inclined to give it to him. There it is. That's a big takedown with about 10 seconds left in the period, and Westfall's going to have choice there in the third. We'll see what he does. He'll probably choose down. I imagine they're going to put him down. Yeah, they want to get that escape point and expand that lead.
So if you're McCluggage here, do you want to get him down immediately, or do you want to cut him loose and try to get?
Well, I think McCluggage is good on top. We'll see here. He's solid on top. So I think if you're the coach, you're going to give him a little bit of time to work something. You're not going to kick him right away. McCluggage trying for a Merkle. He's intentionally putting his leg underneath there, and he's going to try to lock that leg and then try to roll back over. This is by design. I can see the Garaway coach yelling. He knows what he's up to. He's coaching his wrestler to get out of that situation. I imagine you give McCluggage to about a minute, and then you kick him because a takedown would then tie it. At about a minute 12 here. You're going to have to cut him pretty soon, I think, if you're Camden.
Garaway wanted a stall call there.
Now you're down to a minute. You're reaching that point. Coach Vaughn, I'm looking over there to see if he's going to start yelling to cut him. Well, he's got that arm trapped if he can do something with that, but he's got on the wrong side. He's got to jump sides. I think you got to kick him here. You're down to 40 seconds. A win by decision here would be worth 3 points for Garaway. It would make it 34-30, and you'd be at 2:15 with the freshman Easton Ross wrestling Dylan King, who's ranked number 12 in the state at Division III. You got 20 seconds. Coach Vaughn's telling him, let him go, but you're not going to have much time. You're down to 12 seconds. You got to get on it. You got to take a shot. You're going to have to force something if you're McCluggage. You're down to 5 seconds. Got the throw right there at the edge, but they told him he was out of bounds. You could have done that just even a couple feet closer. He would have got it. 2 seconds. And that's the right thing to do for Garaway. You back away like that, protect your legs. So 4-1 decision. That's going to make it 34-30. West Holmes up by 4. And Easton Ross, a good-looking freshman. We saw how good Hawkins looked. Of all things, Ross won that wrestle-off this year.
Yeah, he did. That's going to be interesting to see here.
Yeah, so he's a good-looking freshman. He comes in at 4-4. He's wrestled tough throughout the year. But he's, like I said, Dylan King's ranked number 12 in the state at Division III, so the freshman's got a little bit of his hands full here. We'll see what he can do.
It's Luis Wall here.
Who'd they send out?
Luis Wall at 2:15.
Okay, so we did not get Dylan King. So that's the second time we've seen a state-ranked wrestler not come out at the weight. But a good shot here. Ross is fighting this off still. He's going to lift and finish it.
You got to kick him immediately.
That might bump him up time. Yeah, looking at the weigh-in sheet there, I don't even see Dylan King's name there as having weighed in, so he might simply be out of the lineup. And if so, that'd be a big loss for Garaway in this dual meet. And Ross gets that escape and that reversal, and he's up 4-3 here.
King had a great season on the defensive line for the Pirates this season, this past year as well. It seemed like anytime there was a tackle, his name was around it.
Well, I'll tell you what, him not being in the lineup, and it looked like I looked at the weigh-in sheet just now. I didn't even see his name for a weigh-in, so he obviously didn't make the trip. So that's a big miss in your lineup for you to have a state-ranked wrestler out, especially in a tight duel like this. Well, like I said, I think West Holmes feels pretty good about what they got going on at heavyweight with Dylan Sowers. He's having a terrific year. Oh, Ross got caught. He's got to fight this. this could be trouble here. Garaway's got a chance to pull in the lead. They got about 19 seconds. Ross is trying to fight that right arm through to keep that shoulder up. Garaway's really leaning hard on it. The coach is telling him, lean over it. Ross looks like he's going to be able to survive. Woo. We got about 1 second. No, we got a 1 count. I don't think they're going to give him the extra back points.
They are.
Ah. Oh, that was close. That's going to make it 13-4. We'll see.
Looks like they're going to go neutral here.
We'll get scored 11-4. Wild first period. Had a lot of those tonight. Give Ross credit for fighting off his back. That was tight. That could have been huge for Garaway. They could have took a 2-point lead going into the heavyweight match. Ross trying to get Pummel in there. He wants that underhook. And really, look at that. That was a 7-point move that kind of went the other way. 3 points for the takedown and 4. So, well, you can get right back in a match in a hurry. Ross might have to let one fly here. Oh, they might call a slam here. They might call a slam on that takedown.
Yeah, it was close there.
Yeah, they're going to call it. I'll tell you what, he lifted him. He lifted him and he put him down right to his back, but he's not going to get a takedown. He's not going to get back points. And Ross is going to get a point for the slam. And that's big because if Ross couldn't have continued, they would have lost that by technical violation. And that would have been a pinpoints for West Holmes. But Ross is a tough kid and he's continuing, so that's good. But it's 11-5. It's a 6-point match. That's the second time he's been able to get in and finish a double leg and lift Ross in the air. But that time you just got to be under control when you put him down. Both guys want to go inside and pummel, looking for that big move.
The way Ross is kind of set up, Wall's kind of set up, I'm almost wondering if he might not be able to, if Ross might not be able to get out and take a quick shot like that.
Well, he beat it. Both guys look like, Ross right now looks like he wants to work inside on his wrestler. He's gambling here. Did a Merkle. He didn't need to do that, but he's going to get back points, so he's going to get about 4 on this count right before the end of the period. We got about 5 seconds.
Ooh. Saved by the buzzer again.
Yeah, he was. That's 18-5. I'll tell you what, it's a 13-point lead. Right now it's a major, but a tech fall would make it 35-34 Garaway going into the final match of the night. I'll tell you what, you couldn't have been treated to a better duel. Back and forth all night. Most of these matches, just guys laying it out on the line for the whole 6 minutes. Nobody holding back. Been a lot of fun. And for my money, dual meets are still the most fun part about our sport. And I love it when it comes down to the final match like this. Let's see if he can finish this. If he can, it'll be a tech fall. He doesn't have it yet. He's got to cover the hips, and there you go. You see Coach Vaughn telling Ross, get to your stomach. Give up the tech fall, but do not give up 1 extra point. But as it is, whether it's a tech or a pin, it's not going to matter because it's all going to come down to heavyweight. Whoever wins this match right here is going to secure the dual meet victory for their team. It's 35-34 Garaway. It's been back and forth all night. And you're going to see the junior Dylan Sowers, 6-3 on the year.
And don't forget tonight's
6 of those wins by pin.
Don't forget tonight's man of the match, sponsored by Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. Tonight's top performer for West Holmes will receive a $25 Bell Bucks gift card, courtesy of Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. Yeah,
of course, Dylan Sowers making a big jump. I think last year we saw him wrestling 190. We saw him at 220 once in a while, going all the way up to heavyweight and carrying on the Sowers tradition. His dad was a terrific heavyweight out here and a state qualifier himself for West Holmes, and Dylan's having a terrific year as a junior. Like I said, district qualifier last year as a sophomore. Had a really good draw. We thought he legitimately had a chance as a sophomore to go to state at that weight class. He was really coming on late in the year.
He's given up about 40 pounds
he is.
to Yoder.
He's about 225, maybe 230 as a heavy. He's not the biggest heavy, but he moves well, and he's really good on top. I'll tell you what, he does. He's got some nice cradles, some nice series that he runs on top. So
we've seen that.
He's got in on this single. Let's see if he can turn the corner. And this is where Sowers wants to be. He's really good on top. You just got to break him down first.
We've seen these smaller heavyweights from West Holmes the last few years. Of course,
Elijah Baldridge. He might have been the smallest heavyweight out in the map, but he was definitely, no one was stronger than him. But Dylan, there it is. Dylan likes this arm bar. Let's see if he can get it up on the back. That's what coach is telling him, put it across the back. And get your chest underneath it and just drive it over. But keep that arm, because you can use that. It's going to a power half. It's got about 39 seconds. Just got to be careful. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. It's got a nice tight half. Get your chest underneath it and ease it over so he doesn't roll you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He rolled through it, but you're going to... Oh, they're not going to give him any back points. He's got to be careful here wrestling underneath. He's got him back down. Crack him back down. Cover the hips. There we go. 8 seconds in the period. No back points on that by the referee. I thought maybe he turned them slow enough that we would get a 1 or a 2 count at least.
And that's huge. 3 points here.
Well, when you're giving up that much weight, that's the other thing. You got to be slow. You can't let anybody get momentum and use their weight to roll you through. And I thought he did a nice job of really easing that over and taking his time and being patient. And I really thought, even though he kind of rolled through, that it was slow enough that we'd see some back points, but we didn't get it.
Scott Vaughn just brought that issue up, and I think he said he didn't have control. Not didn't have control, but
I don't know. You got to live with it. So 3-0. Sowers going to have to wrestle underneath here. And he's giving up that weight. He's got to try to move and get his hips out from underneath. He's working his way up. He's got to get hands when he comes up. Nice. That's a good job. He gets the reversal. It's not an escape because he went right into it. So that's going to make it 5-0. And once again, be on your toes and be careful here on top, because if he hooks an arm, he tries to roll you, he's going to try to use his momentum. He's got that arm on the back. He was here last time, and he couldn't get it over. He went to a power half last time. We got about 1:12 left here in the period. It's 5-0 Sowers. He's looking to his coaches. Referee's telling him you got to keep action going. You're going to have to get off the hips if you're Sowers. You can't just stay back there like that. You got to get out to the side once in a while. Otherwise, they will call you for stalling. Under a minute now. There we go. There we go. Oh, he wants that. Just got to be careful. He's got that backside arm trapped, but that's what he's going to try to hook and roll you with.
About 35 seconds to go here.
It's going to be Sowers' choice here in the third. They're going to call stalling on bottom man. Now, they won't stop the action. They'll only stop the action on a stalling call when it's on the top man. If it's neutral or it's the bottom man, they're going to allow the wrestling to continue. So we're at about 15 seconds here in the period. Still 5-0 Sowers.
Both those guys starting to look a little gassed out there.
Yeah, and Sowers being safe on top there. I know he wants to try to work him over, but he don't want to get rolled through like he did that last time. I don't know what Coach Fawn wants here. If Sowers
looks like we have blood time.
Some blood time. He'll give Sowers and everybody a chance to kind of catch your breath here. I don't know if Sowers, if he's going to want to take. He wants to take top, and I get it. But I'm not so sure you wouldn't want to just go on your feet and try to secure one more takedown.
Once again, our coverage tonight brought to you by Critchfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Siding Contractors, Kaufman Realty and Auctions, Holmes Wayne Electric, Pomerade Hospital, Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Roadies, IJ Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy, Hobbrins Insurance, and Finish Line Auto Body. And our man of the match tonight, sponsored by Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. Tonight's top performer for West Holmes will receive a $25 gift card courtesy of Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery.
When Sowers gets his way, he takes top. And we do have the warning for the stalling on the Garaway wrestler, Yoder, but I still think you got to get off those hips a little bit if you're Sowers there. Stay out to the side a little bit, let the referee see you working.
1.5 to go.
Yeah. He does a good job of keeping forward pressure, as we say. He's got his head in the back of the Garaway wrestler's head. He's digging his toes in the mat, keeping that pressure on that neck and shoulder area. Trying to work at Butcher. He's got it now if he can walk around the head. Just got to be under control with it. I hear the Garaway coach yelling there. Okay, don't let him roll through. Not this time. Got it. Got it. That's going to make it 40 to 35. That minute, 4 minutes and 59 seconds on that fall. 4 minutes and 59. 40 to 35 is going to be your final for West Holmes. Went down to the wire, went down to the final weight class. That's a great duel.
Yeah, what a fantastic matchup. Like you said, the invites are great. We're out here all day. We're watching a lot of great wrestling, but you don't get the drama like you do there.
Yeah, to me, there's nothing like just a good dual meet that goes down to the wire in high school wrestling, and our crowd got treated to a great one. 2 good wrestling programs, put it all on the line. Every kid wrestled hard. Boy, I think every kid should be proud of the effort they gave tonight for both schools.
Fantastic to see. I'm hoping we see this again next year with these 2 squads down at Garaway. That'd be nice to see these two schools get back together. But for West Holmes, they're going to be back here Friday afternoon.
Yeah, they are. They're going to, is it Crestview, I believe?
I believe so.
And that's going to be in front of our whole student body, middle school and high school at 1 o'clock. So, hey, if you're not working at that time, come on out to West Holmes, get a ticket, because this place is going to be packed. And it's going to be loud, and it's going to be a great environment for high school wrestling.
It is going to be very loud on Friday. Before we go, though, we have to give out our Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery Man of the Match. And, Will, I'm going to make you decide this one.
Hey, to me, nobody had more of an impressive win than Hunter McCluggage. You're wrestling a kid that's ranked 8th in the state, and Matthew Fry, 6th in the district last year. And not only did you go out there and get up 13-0, you still secure the fall for your team in what was a hard-fought duel. And he just was impressive. I think he was attack-oriented from the very first whistle and never let up. And that was as dominant a win as I've seen all night in what he did to a quality wrestler.
So he'll be getting a $25 Bell Bucks gift card courtesy of Bully Dogs Towing and Recovery. Well, Will, any final thoughts on this one?
No, just a great duel. I think both teams represented themselves well, wrestled hard, wrestled aggressive. A lot to build on there if you're a coach for both these guys.
Okay, again, the final score in this one, West Holmes pulls it out in the heavyweight showdown, 40 to 35. Thank you all for tuning in today. And again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Critchfield Law Firm, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Denco Marketing, Home Siding Contractors, Kaufman Realty and Auctions, Holmes Wayne Electric, Pomerade Hospital, Millersburg Electric, Keim Home Center and Charm, Millersburg Tire Service, MRV Siding Supply, Roadies, IJ Marketplace, Village Motors, Premier Pharmacy, Hobbrins Insurance, and Finish Line Auto Body. Our video crew today was Natalie Holbrook, our producer, and Abby Jones, our videographer. So for Will O'Donnell, as well as Natalie Holbrook and Abby Jones, I'm Jake Sidle, signing off, reminding you to stay safe and healthy. And we'll see you tomorrow here on WKLM. Have a great night, everyone.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.